All right, have you installed the SubAlert app on your iPhone, logged into it, and you're sending yourself test notifications, and it says they're successfully being sent, but they're just not showing up on your iPhone? Then this video is for you. Almost certainly this is something in your iPhone settings that's keeping those notifications from showing up, assuming that you have internet connection. Okay, so first thing, swipe down from the top right of your phone to reveal the control center. First thing is look at where it says focus right here. Okay, make sure that's not turned on. Make sure it's not set to do not disturb, sleep, reduce interruptions, or anything else. If it looked like this, that's why you're not getting notifications. Click it and turn it off. Also, if your notifications are coming through, but they're just not making any sound, make sure that this silent mode is not turned off. If it looks like this, turn it off. If you have an older phone, that might not show up. It might be a physical switch on the side of your phone that you really should check because it's very easy to turn on and off. Okay, next thing, let's go to the settings app. I have it on my home screen, but if you don't, you can just swipe down from the middle of your phone and type settings. And it should come up. Okay, now that we're here, scroll down to the notifications section. Okay, over here, make sure it's not set to count. If it is, it's just going to show you the number of notifications and not actually show them to you. Stack or list, that's just your own preference. Scheduled summary. This is basically saying if you get way too many notifications from a given app, just bundle them all together and deliver them to me all at once at a time I specify. Make sure this is turned off, or at minimum, if it's turned on, go into these settings and remove SubAlert from being subject from the list of apps that are subject to this treatment so that SubAlert notifications come through right away. Screen sharing. If you are connected to an external display, which might be common if you're on an iPad or something, right? Make sure to turn these on because otherwise, by default, notifications get turned off when you connect to an external display, probably because it assumes you're trying to watch a movie or something. All these other things are also mostly just preference. When you get down to this notification style section, you could just search through all of this until you find SubAlert. But honestly, we have a nice little shortcut for you that makes that a lot easier. Open up the SubAlert app. Go to your main menu. Go to settings and go to notification options. Now over here, make sure that SubAlert is set up to be able to access the internet when you're on your cellular data. Click notifications. Make sure it's turned on. Make sure it's turned on in all these places. Banner style, temporary or not, sounds. Make sure to turn sounds on if you're having problems with the notification sounds. Everything else is just personal preference. Though if I were you, I'd change a couple of things. I would take summarize notifications off so you can actually see the actual job details instead of Apple Intelligence trying to summarize it for you. And then I would also go to show previews over here and change it to always so that even before your face is recognized, you can immediately see the job details on your lock screen, since that's not really private information you might want to keep from people around you. All right, now let's go back to the main part of your settings by pressing this button. Okay, click sounds and haptics over here. Make sure that your ringtone and alerts sounds are not 0. If it's 0, that's why you're not hearing notifications. Okay, other than that, go back and click here on focus. Okay, so you're gonna see all these things again that we were just seeing at the very first step in the control menu and control center. Really, what I want you to do here is make sure that none of these are getting turned on automatically in weird times that you don't expect. So go through and click through every single one. Click on Do Not Disturb over here. Make sure there's no schedules down here that you don't expect. If you really want, you can add SubAlert over here to the exceptions so that even when you have Do Not Disturb enabled, that sub alert will still break through. You may not want that if you don't want notifications at 2 a.m. in the morning though. Similarly, do the same. You really might want to add it here for reduce interruptions. This is a setting where they use AI to determine what's really important and what isn't. Sleep, obviously, same thing. Make sure it's not, for all these, make sure there's not a schedule you don't expect. If you really don't want notifications between tonight at 11:30 p.m. and tomorrow 9:30 a.m., feel free to put that in there. Just know you're not going to get sub alert notifications during that time or any other ones, unless you add it as an exception over here. Share across devices. This makes it so that the setting is synced between all your Apple devices. If you put Do Not Disturb on your Mac, then it's automatically going to have Do Not Disturb on your iPhone, which you may or may not want. Just be aware. You can turn that on. Just be aware of what's going on with that. And as always, swipe down from the top right to see what mode you're in currently, whether through a timer or a schedule or a synced thing with your Mac or not. Just make sure that's off anytime you suspect you are having problems not receiving notifications. All right, after you've done all that, go back. And this time we're going to go to screen time. Okay, first, downtime. If this is turned off, then you're all in the clear as far as your downtime settings. If it says anything other than off right here, then you're going to have to investigate this and make sure that it's not blocking your notifications right now. Click it. You're going to have to enter a screen time password that you set up the first time you ever clicked into this part of your settings. If downtime is turned on, turn it off. If it's scheduled to turn on at a certain time of the day, that's cool, but make sure that schedule is one you expect and know that when that schedule comes, it's going to block all notifications from all your apps, including Sub Alert, unless you've added it to this always allowed apps section that allows apps to break through the downtime that you've set up. You can click this. And if you want to add Sub Alert to your always allowed apps that break through downtime, you can just add it to this list right here. As you see, I've done right here. And if you didn't have it listed there, you could see it and choose it from this list of apps right here to add up there. Okay. Now, app limits. Click this. And if it's turned off, and looks like this, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. If it is turned on, then you're setting limits on how often you can use certain apps during the day. And after you've used that, they're not going to be able to send you new notifications or anything like that. So if you do have this turned on, make sure that Sub Alert isn't in any of the app limits you've listed. I only have one. You can click it right here, and I can double check that Sub Alert isn't showing up in this list. All right, and with that, we've checked absolutely everything that could be blocking your Sub Alert notifications from showing up on your iPhone. So now go back to subalert.com, trigger a new test app notification, and this time it should show up on your screen, play a sound, and behave exactly like you want it to.